Hi.
NIve MX is with us. NIve Argentina, good timing. Good to have you with us.
Nice.
Guys, let me know if you want to see more of NIve. And then I might turn the camera. Okay? I'll think about it.
I love neighbors.
Mate, they're legendary. NIve's are amazing. Jenny's with us. Parafitriani's with us.
All right.
Okay. Hello, welcome back to Super K-Pop everyone for part 2 of today's show, where you can explore all the different genres of K-Pop. And right now in Korea the time is 5 p.m. In New York, America, it'll be 3 a.m. Mexico City, Mexico, 2 a.m. London, England, 8 a.m. Taipei, Taiwan, 4 p.m. and all the way in Wellington, New Zealand, the time right now, 9 p.m. A huge thank you to all the listeners tuning in from around the world today. I'm your host, Sam Carter. And coming up in part 2, we've got, of course, the amazing NIve joining us for Oh My K-Pop. We'll be closely exploring the K-pop musicians that we love. And today's K-pop musician, we're talking all about the now phenomenal producer Bumzu today. Do send in any songs maybe by Bumzu that you want to listen to, and tell us the reason why you like this particular artist or musician as well. We're doing a video message for a lucky listener, and you can take part on the official homepage, that is adidangradio.com. Do make sure you go to the Super K-Pop page and click send message on the left hand side. Stay tuned, listeners. We have NIve joining us for Oh My K-Pop today. But first, why don't we start off part 2 with a NIve song, New Light.
You like.
Okay. I'll show you NIve again. There's more people here. Hello to NIve.
Hi.
We got
I love
loads
you,
of you.
neighbors, so much.
Very nice, very nice. Oh. I'll leave it on you for a bit.
Yes. I'm just gonna move right. Or maybe you can. Yes. Maybe I'll just. Hi. You'll be fine, guys. All right.
So you all love K-pop?
If you do, welcome to this segment.
The K-pop musicians we love.
The reason why K-pop is loved all around the world.
During this time, I, Sam Carter,
And NIve will be closely examining and exploring K-pop through the musician's point of view.
Oh My K-Pop. Yes, listeners, I know you're all very excited for this Oh My K-Pop with NIve joining us.
Hello.
Good to have you with us, buddy, on the last day of Seoul Yeonju, the Korean holiday, of course, here that we've got. How have you been today, buddy?
Oh my. Well, I mean, I've been having the rest of working.
which is good.
But I think I had like just like one good day of resting. My mind is kind of full with just like working a lot these days. I think this year, particularly, I think will be. My head will be filled with working, works and whatnot. But I had a great time with my parents.
Nice. Lunar New Year is always a time for that. Absolutely. What about? Do you still get pocket money? I'm assuming you probably don't now, huh?
They didn't ask. So
I think you give it to them, right?
They were about to. So that's the time that I kind of like broke the window and then like escaped.
Yeah.
They were talking to me with their eyes.
I love
but
it.
I kind of kindly rejected.
Yes.
Love you, parents.
Love you
Love
very
you all.
much. Absolutely.
What about you, Sam?
So Lunar New Year, I every year. So I don't. So my family on my mother's side are very far away in Choledo province, right, which is down south. It's very far. So I normally stick around and I spend time with my friends who. Nowadays, not everyone goes home, right?
Right.
Especially people who live very far away. I've got some close producer workmates of mine who are from Busan, so that's a bit far. They don't go that far, so we all spend time together eating, and normally involves maybe one drink or maybe two, maybe
or
three.
Multiply by I don't know.
Yeah, a couple.
How many numbers that you give?
Yeah, you times it by something. But yeah, I had a bit of fun this Lunar New Year as well. So I'm re-energized, recharged, and I'm ready for today's show with you, of course, which is going to be fun.
Sounds about right.
Dude, I'm so excited for today. Like I said, we've got Oh My K-Pop to do. Shall we talk about the segment first quickly?
We shall. We will choose the K-pop musician of the hour, look back on their history from their debut till now, and Sam and I will be analyzing the reason why we think they're loved through our point of view.
Yeah, and we need the listeners' participation during this time.
Of course, during the middle of the segment, Sam and I will B-side tracks that we like by the artist.
And then for today's K-pop musician, send in a song by them you want to hear. Tell us why you became their fan.
And lastly, you can always send in your request for the K-pop musician that you want us to closely examine. We will actively reflect your opinions.
Yeah, me and NIve, we always do a video message as well for one very lucky listener, so keep that in mind. Alright, there's a reason why I'm excited today. Today's K-pop musician of the day.
Whew, the famous producer. Today's K-pop musician is producer Bumzu. Bumzu. He appeared on Superstar K Season 4 in 2012. He even made it to the live broadcast and made his face known to the public in earnest. Since then, he's worked as a solo singer-songwriter, an artist, and a producer. Even before he came out on Superstar K, he worked as a producer and a composer. He's a close friend of Block B member Zico. He co-wrote and edited the song Movies Over from Block B's first album and co-wrote Niliri Mambo. He also participated as a vocal director in a session. Since 2015, he's been with Woozi, a member of 17. He's in charge of producing 17's music. Singer-songwriter and music producer in South Korea. Let's check out Bumzu's music right now.
Absolutely. So right now, he is one of the hottest Korean producers around, definitely. There's so much to talk about. There might not be people who know everything about him, though, so we're going to give you some info, right? So Bumzu has been doing music since he was very young. He actually studied classical music before entering elementary school. Kind of similar to you then, which is how you started, right? He won a prize in a famous violin competition. He met hip-hop through a band in high school, so he's been promoting in the indie scene until now. He used the stage name New Soul for a while, and after that changed it to his real name and started promoting. The stage name Pekgum, White Bear, was also used. He also uses this stage name White Bear Pekgum with Pekko of New East. Pekko also used the stage name Pekgum, and Uji of 17 used Pekgu as well, which is very cute. So as NIve said earlier, he was on Superstar K4. He got in the top 12, but unfortunately got knocked out the first stage there.
We share this really like similar character together, because I was on Superstar K Season 6
Yeah.
And I got up to I think top 9.
There
So
we go.
yeah, we have
Very
a lot in
similar.
common.
So he does a lot of background vocals, especially for the 30-second collaboration song "Dancing King" for the 2016 SM Station EXO and Yujesak of Muhandojan Infinite Challenge thing. So he did that. Lots of producers, we tend to do lots of different things like digital editing, background vocals, by the way, listeners, and songwriting. There's loads of aspects that we do.
Right.
So background vocals he does a lot of. Funny little story, his brother got married in April last year, and Pusoksun, the 17 unit group, sang the wedding song. It became a real hot topic, especially with Seungkwan, who approached the pastor who officiated the wedding and danced like a pigeon.
Well, I'm sure that was graceful.
That's not really a compliment, huh?
Pigeon. I mean,
I wonder what pigeon dance is.
Well, I mean, when they say they dance like a pigeon, it's gonna be like a very elegant, I don't know, like a bird in a legendary era.
Exactly.
Well, dancing like a pigeon would kind of, I can dance like a pigeon.
Yeah, me too.
Like a crazy pigeon.
A crazy pigeon.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it dancing.
Yeah. Me
shaking. But okay, let's move on. A new music information. It's a collaboration song by a famous British singer Anne-Marie, and the title song of their fourth repackaged album, Sector 17, released on July 18th of the year. It's a funk and urban R&B genre combined with funky rhythm and sweet melody that stands out. And the underlying symbol is in the title track, and underlying word is symbolizing openness. A song that embraces various values with an open mind and optimizes a brighter future with positive thoughts, and a high-quality song with album story connectivity by depicting the unknown world of Team S3T that arrived on an arc in the last track of the fourth full-length album, Ash.
Yes, absolutely. So we're talking all about Bumzu today. Oh my goodness me. So Bumzu is, like we said, he's very famous for, not just fame, I think amongst us like music people, he's very famous for starting off as a phenomenal artist, right? Like in the sort of hip-hop R&B world, he was one of those names who was like up and coming and doing really, really well, known for his talents, right?
Right.
And then suddenly things changed after taking charge of 17's production, and he just became this mega one of the biggest K-pop producers right now. He's huge. And I remember telling this story to you and our producer. I a few weeks ago had a drink with Bumzu actually. So me and some other producers, we had a drink together, and it was my first. I'd met him a few times briefly at studios and stuff, but first time talking to him. He's a very sweet man, very sweet.
Yes.
He sang a lot, which is nice. So I got to hear his voice.
He sang a lot?
Like we were having like Korean barbecue, right? And you know, there's music played. He was always singing along to the ballad songs, and he was very nice, very cute.
Genuine.
And, yeah. So I was like, okay, this guy's a real musician, and very respectful. And I genuinely had a great time, and he clearly knows what he's doing when it comes to music making. You know, he's a bit of an expert. So delighted that we can talk about Bumzu today. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So you mentioned the new song. I think we should go ahead and have a listen, man.
This is called Underlying Word, featured by Anne-Marie by 17.
Okay.
Ooh, power chord. Did you spill it? Oh.
There we go. World by 17 featuring Anne-Marie. Oh, do you know what? This shows how big 17 have become, man.
Anne-Marie feature?
Anne-Marie, one of the biggest British pop stars in the world right now, doing it. And by the way, Anne-Marie, very famous in Korea. She is loved in Korea.
Yes. She has a great personality as well.
Yeah. There's been lots of stories about how I think it was a concert which didn't happen and she performed anyways on the street or something like that for the fans. I love the fact they've come together on this song, and such a cool song as well. The songwriting is just so good. Funky, bright, kind of feel-good song.
I think I would feel very honored if I got the opportunity to work as a producer in a song such as a song like that, you know, featuring 17 and Mary.
I know.
Yeah,
it'd be amazing, right?
It's a mega hit.
It's a big hit. It's a big hit. Cool. So we're talking Bumzu today, right?
Please send in the song by them that you want to hear, and also tell us about the reason why you became their fan.
That would be great. We're doing a video message as well, by the way, me and NIve, for a lucky listener. All right, so we're talking about producer Bumzu, as NIve said. What we're going to do is listen to some tracks that he wrote or got involved in when it comes to producing. And there are so many, but we chose these three. Let's go ahead and have a listen. All right, man. Song number one.
I already love the song. This is called Love Paint Every Afternoon by New East. It's the fifth mini album Canvas title song, released on August 29th, 2016. Bumzu participates in writing and composing, and the lyrical and sensuous lyrics are written by New East members and famous lyricist Muffly, who wrote Taeyeon's Girls' Generation, TVXQ, and Kara songs. Based on future bass and R&B, it's a song with classical orchestral sounds. No wonder.
Yeah.
Bumzu, did the classical trained when he was young. Sophisticated and sentimental melody is impressive, which maximizes the charm of Baekho and Minhyun's vocals. With dreamy colors and sensuous visual beauty, the music video catches the eye from the start. On the unfinished canvas, each man draws his own love. With the concept, each member's facial expressions are very impressive.
Yeah, man. Oh, do you know what? I love this. When Bumzu started taking charge of New East, I was really impressed because I think he caught their strengths very quickly.
Right.
And came up with songs which show their voices the best.
Right. I mean, having for idol groups or any kind of like artist, having a close producer who understand their root blessing.
Yeah.
And I think Bumzu really understands the strength of New East when it comes to producing music for them, which makes him that he's a great producer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Before he's famous, he's just great in what he does.
So good at what he does. And I do love also the kind of lyrical concept of this song as well, which is equally important too, that we're talking about, that canvas and that sort of thing. Bumzu and New East together, it's a brilliant synergy that they form, right? This is New East with Love Paint Every Afternoon.
Oh, this one.
All right, man. The next song we're going to talk about.
This is called 유리구두 Glass Shoes by Promise 9. It's a pre-debut single released on November 30th. Anchor, Sophia, and Joe Michelle. It's a song with musical composition and refreshing rock elements.
Indeed. A few familiar names there involved in the writing process. Chomisho, who's a brilliant singer.
Right.
Sophia, who I love as well. Bumzu showing a different style with lyrics for this one. He's got a very, he's in touch with his feminine side, I think, right? I like that.
Yes. I mean, you know, we all have that we have lots of characters in ourselves, whether we know it or not. I think he's a great producer of bringing that characteristic out and kind of like imprint it on a song that he works on.
I love what he did with the lyrical kind of concepts as well, because it's glass shoes. There's like lyrics like, when the clock hits 12, I'll leave my heart behind. It's kind of got that Cinderella sort of concept to it, right? So clearly he knows what he's doing when it comes to the lyrical side, which makes him like such an all-round musical person, right? It's incredible. Good, I like this one. Promise Nine's Yuri Kudu Glass Shoes. Oh, such a genius song, this one. Oh, man.
Oh, that just got me. This is my first time listening to the song, so... Okay, well...
So good.
This is called Super Tuna, Super Chamsi by Jin. Okay, on December 4th, 2021, through SoundCloud, he released this song to celebrate the birthday and for the joy of ARMY. It's a song that Jin produced. They did the fishing together and exchanged ideas. They made Super Tuna's melody in just loves fishing. T-shirt with tuna on it, Jin stands in the background of the LA Ocean, and the special performance video, which expresses the flapping of fish with choreography, surpassed 11 million views on YouTube in just 2 days after its release. The song just ended.
It's 1 minute long, literally. It's a 1 minute song.
Well, it's a cover videos of Super Chamsi are uploaded on various social media, and the challenge was also popular. But Jin told the fan community, "I didn't even plan on it. Don't do a challenge that I didn't plan. I'm just so embarrassed." He posted shameful expression of unexpected popularity, appearing in popular entertainment programs and dramas at home and abroad. It led an explosive response from all over the world.
Yeah, man, it's such a fun song. Do you know what? I like the fact they've got a sense of humour. Because they're not, because music can be very serious.
Yeah.
But I like the fact they've just gone all out and they made a crazy song about tuna fish.
I mean, and it's a fun fact that, you know, got viral. People did the challenge on it. And Jin, I don't believe in Jin didn't know that it's gonna be popular. You keep talking about tuna.
Yeah.
Super Tuna. Who wouldn't want to do the challenge of that song?
Can I just say... this could be one of Bumzu's most famous songs as well.
That's
probably.
That's about right. I mean, tonight's dinner, I think I know what I'm gonna have.
Yeah. Bit of tuna. It's always very good. It's very good. So as you can see with the 3 songs we've played, and you'll notice this, Bumzu, his musical spectrum is very wide.
Right. Back to Bumzu. I mean, honestly. Listening to the song like Super Tuna really kind of got me the insight of Bumzu. You know, not a lot of producers these days are open to anything. just
be fun, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very hard feature to have as a human being, to be open to any sort of experiences that you are not experienced.
Yeah.
I think, you know, being a great producer, I always say this, is about having a great attitude to new things.
Yeah.
just be open and be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
New inspiration.
Absolutely.
Super 참치.
So, I mean, it's a genius song. And,
Super tuna.
it makes you think as well. Sometimes simple is the best.
That's true.
Right? Sometimes simple is the
But
best.
you know what's really funny? The production isn't that simple. It's actually
it's quite
very
complicated.
delicate.
Yeah, it's very
Delicate super chamchi.
in a good way though.
Super tuna. I love it.
In a real good way.
I love it.
It's so good. Excellent. So yeah, and I was going to say, so you know, because he started off doing like in the hip hop R&B world, then doing like newies kind of songs, but also doing lovely kind of girl group songs at the same time. Then doing
Right.
Super Chamchi as well, and then Super Tuna, and then so many different styles of music and genres that he gets involved in. It's pretty incredible.
True,
So,
true.
we're talking Bumzu today, listeners.
Please send in the song by then that you want to hear, and also tell us about the reason why you became their fan.
Yes, please. All right, all right. So we've got more music to listen to. I've actually got a song that I wanted to play. It's interesting because I thought about what song to pick from Bumzu, and I was like, should I pick a song that he produced or a song that he did as an artist, right? Because I think they're two kind of different people in some ways.
Right.
But I thought because we're going to talk about a lot of songs produced by him, that will probably just, I should pick a song that he did himself as an artist, right? So he did this album called Good Life, which I think represents him as an artist really, really well, because it's so sort of R&B and hip hop in relation to that time, which is like early 2010s, right? This is when he was kind of in his pomp as an artist during this time. So he did this brilliant album called Good Life, and some of the featuring artists are just crazy as well. I chose a song called Give It To You, and this one features Pio and also Nihua, who's a good friend of mine, right? Nihua and Bumzu have known each other for a long time, actually. So all these people in the R&B underground scene kind of like featuring with each other and stuff like that. And yeah, when I first heard this, I think one of the reasons I chose it firstly was because I know Nihua very well as a friend. Like, I know his musical style. It sounded very Nihua. It was so kind of like unbelievably unique and different. Kind of, it's a little bit neo soul, but R&B at the same time. What I love is the melodies that they all come up with. I'm not sure who came up with what, right? But in this world, there's no rules. There's no rules for melody making, right? So they can kind of just do what they want, and just, it seems like they flow. It's almost like they're freestyling the song with their melodies, and I love that kind of style, which Bumzu does so well. And Pio and Nihua sounded outstanding as well.
Now I'm super curious.
Yeah, man. So it's just like, for me, this kind of music is like maybe the ultimate expression of freedom and just doing what you want to do, not having to stick to any rules. And it's very difficult to describe the genre of it, but interesting beat, the groove, the rhythm. I think you might enjoy this one. So yeah, you might not have listened to this song, listeners, but once you do, you'll figure out Bumzu, his talent. So from his Good Life album, the song that I've chosen, which we'll have a listen to, it features Pio and Nihua. It's called Give It To You.
Nice.
이거 진짜 좋아. Oof.
Got it. Ooh.
I
Nice.
forgot to mention that bass. It's
Oh,
incredible.
nice. So many different spectrum that he shows in this song. This is like very funky.
Yeah, man.
It's a funk R&B.
Love it.
But what's really funny is that he brought the qualities and the lines from different genres, which
Yeah.
I can hear.
Yeah.
But again, you can bring different inspirations from different genres, but then putting it all together and make it into one final product, that's a different universe.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be able to have the ability to do it, and then I think he can do it. He can even sing it, which is, I call it super talent.
It's super talent. Like, yeah, because coming up with a song is difficult in the first place, but then singing it like this is also crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. There we go. So that was my choice. Give It to You, featuring Pio and NIve by Bumzu, who is the person we're talking about today.
Amazing choice as always, Sam. Well, yes, today's K-pop musician is producer Bumzu. Send in the song by them that you want to hear, and also tell us about the reason why you became the fan.
That would be great. All right, buddy. We've had obviously lots of people writing in about today's artist or musician we're talking about. Shall we have a look at some messages maybe that we've got?
Well, do you want me to go?
Yeah, man.
Well, I got a message from Benny. Says, Happy Lunar New Year's MC and NIve, Happy Tuesday as well. You too, Benny. Well, Bumzu, he is the man behind some hit by 17 songs that he wrote and other artists' songs as well. Looking forward on which songs are his own work, and I want to share one of my favorites today. 17's 예쁘다, Pretty You, 2PM's How About This 어때, Pristine's We Woo, Promise Nine's Glass Shoes, 유리구두, 한동근's 우리가 사랑했던 곳에 우리, Where We Were in Love, Double S 301's La La La. Is it double S? Double S?
Oh, it's 301, this version. Yeah. When they had 3 members, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Didn't know about that.
Yeah.
CK's Act Different, 다른 척해, Shiny's Hold You, 너를 위한 노래야, When the Rain Comes by 김보경, Don't Leave Me by Super Junior, 닐리리 mambo by Block B, 일기장 Diary by 장우혁. I almost said that.
Yeah.
Again, 일기장 Diary by 장우혁. This man can write and compose songs and still sings hope for his singing career to continue as well. Have a great Tuesday. You too, Benny. Thank you so much for writing in.
Excellent. I've got a very long one. I'm sure, is this Leon Tail?
Is it?
I think it must be Leon Tail.
Oh my.
And so, yeah, just sit back, enjoy.
Okay.
Right, it says, good afternoon, Sam C and NIve. So, woohoo, Bumzu, one of the legendary K-pop songwriters, record producer, also a singer himself, releasing his debut album, Something Special, in 2013. Raised in a musical home, Bumzu, full name K Bumzu, played violin since childhood, but dabbled in like rock bands, rapping, beat making as well. The Prodigy's first mainstream plug came around age 1920. He composed for Chang-woo-hyuk of the pioneering 90s K-pop boy band H.O.T. By 2012, Bumzu was a finalist in Superstar K and ignited his solo career. And it enabled him to land his first connection to his future label home, Pledis Entertainment. So he landed some cuts with Pledis artists like After School, New East. Bumzu began vocal coaching the label's young trainees, who later were 17. He did more song placements with heavyweights like SM, JYP, became co-CEO of the production company Prism Filter Music Group, which represents Anchor, Kitty Park and Pop Time. Simultaneously, Bumzu became primary name behind Newey's 17 as well. And recently, he became one of the jewels in the HYBE label system. I heard that's where he has his studio now, in HYBE, right? Here are some of my favourite works. Okay, here we go. Number 1 is New East Bet Bet 2019. One TMI about this, the lyrics of Bet Bet was excruciatingly hard. It took almost a full month to get the lyrics out. So many thoughts went into it. Should we use the word bet or not? A huge point of discussion with Pekor, the New East member. And yeah, they wanted to portray the feeling of we're back together now. We're going to give it our all. We're going to put everything out there, okay? Another song, NCT 127's Back to You. So this was from a songwriting camp with SM Entertainment that it took part in with The Stereotypes. They won a Grammy for working with Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, also very famous, August Rigo. He said, 3 of us were cooking so well, a good happy session. The top line only took 3 takes. We used different parts of it to complete the song. And then we got 2PM's How Is It from 2016. Bumzu said it's still surreal. Growing up, 2PM was a huge artist. Once my song became a number in their album, I was like, oh my god, my song is in 2PM's album. The biggest thing was meeting them. I went to JYP to vocal direct it. They took care of me as well. They would just buy me coffee, anything. I was a baby in the industry, so that was nice. We've also got 17's Very Nice. This also is 2016. Bumzu said, I had a feeling this was going to be a hit because I literally locked myself in my room for 2 days to make it. Oh, for goodness me. And yeah, once the lyric work started going, Uji, S-Coops and I were in a room talking about how we wanted to incorporate nice as one of the key words. S-Coops came up with very nice, and from that the lyrics started to come together. We've also got, let's have a look, Shiny's Hold You from 2015. Bumzu said, I took part along with a producer named Deez, who did Red Velvet, PPG, Super M in another song camp. One of my favourite senior Hyung's older brothers. When you listen to the song, it doesn't sound complex, but if you open up the actual files and break it down, the vocal harmony techniques are extremely complex. There are 2 songs in my career that I put the most effort into in terms of vocal production. One is Thank You by New East, and then this song, Hold You. In both of them, I wanted to use the vocal harmonies almost as an instrument in the song composition instead of just harmonies. So there we go. Oh my goodness me, that's a lot. Oh, my brain. Ooh. That's a lot of info. But clearly it shows, I think, his real passion. His real passion. By the way, we mentioned the word songwriting camp. This is where lots of producers get together and they just write a song in one day.
Right.
Which is extremely pressureful.
Sometimes it can go for a week.
Yeah.
Or even more. Well, even more than a week, that's very rare unless you go to different continent.
Yeah.
Which means that you travel to the other country to work with amazing producers. Well, that's lots of information that you give us, Sam.
That is a lot. That is a lot. I love that.
Well, I mean, again, that's what made Bumzu. Again, it's that passion, to make one song, like one great song. You really have to focus, know when to focus.
Yeah.
And not really give up.
Exactly.
I think, that rigidness, I think, that Bumzu has, I really love about him.
Absolutely. Huge passion for music. Good. Excellent information from Leon Tail there. Dude, I know we got more music to listen to that Bumzu took part in. I was so curious about what you were going to pick, and
yes,
I love it.
Well, I mean, this can be cliche, but again, the song that I brought for today is a song that I got to know Bumzu through. So this is called 울고 싶잖아, Don't Wanna Cry by 17.
Yeah.
I think this song really brought 17 a notch up.
Yeah.
When this song came out, and I was very shocked when the song came out because it's very minimal. Again, I'm obsessed with the minimal tracks that's perfectly suited together. But this song is EDM track, and when the song came out, I was like, I wonder what would happen in the chorus section.
Yeah.
And when the chorus dropped, if you really listen to it, segmentize the song, it's kick pattern and synthesizers and bum 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 bum, and I was just like, how did they think about that? Because when I first listened to the song, I was like, that's crazy. But at the same time, it's so neatly put together.
Yeah.
I could hear that, how should I say, that OCD kind of type of, when you, do you guys actually have the experience of, maybe encountering people who always has to clean things, or their table has to be clean, their desk has to be clean, or their bathroom has to be always clean, and their shampoos have to be neatly put together.
Yeah.
I could sense that quality in that track.
Right.
Don't Wanna Cry. Very clean.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Yet so full.
Absolutely.
Well, this song came out in 2017, but still, if you listen to the song right now, you can, if I said this came out just right now, it would make perfect sense.
It would. It would. It's also one of my favorites, and also it's the first time they went with something a bit more minor.
Right.
They were very bright and upbeat, right? But it's such a good choice. Beautiful melody, this song.
Melody is crazy.
Yeah. Dude, we should listen, man.
Yes, this is called Don't Wanna Cry 울고 싶지 않아 by 17.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I think didn't they credit Chainsmokers 서성 걸어가지고
Oh, that's true.
집어넣지 않았나?
That's true. That's true.
맞아. 이 노래
Off the
맞는 것
topic.
같아.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But it's genius, man.
I mean, I heard this song and I was like, this is crazy. I remember. Yeah, Chainsmoker. 근데 그 similar quality가 있으니까.
Chainsmokers 요즘 안 나오더라.
Maybe they're touring.
Maybe. 진짜 좋아하는데. Dude, almost finished.
That's true. 쉽지 않아. Okay.
They sound incredible on that one. 울고 싶지 않아, Don't Wanna Cry by 17. Such a good choice, buddy. Such a good choice. I enjoyed that very much indeed. The hook is just, you can't forget this hook once you hear it.
Nope. But the top lining, the melody is on point.
It's perfect, yeah. That was lovely. All right, listeners. Well, we've almost run out of time for today, which is very sad. But we've had a good time talking about the super talented Bumzu. It's fun.
Yes, I am so honored to cover him today as well.
Yeah, man. Next week, though, dude, we're talking about another very talented guy.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be talking about Jinyoung from GOT7.
Man, this is going to be fun. I mean, talking about any GOT7 member is fun, but Jinyoung in particular...
He's known for a good producer, too.
Oh, yeah. He's brilliant. So we are going to talk about Jinyoung of GOT7, so I'm looking forward to that. NIve, have a wonderful week.
You too, Sam.
Brilliant. The last song we're going to play, of course, that Bumzu took part in, Pristine. Such a great group, and I love this song that we're going to play. It's one of the catchiest songs I remember when it was released this year. I was singing it constantly. Wee Woo is such a great song. So that's going to be the last song. This is Super K-Pop. I'm your host, Sam Carter. And NIve, will see you next week, yes?
Yes, sir.
Goodbye for now.
Bye. Alright.
Guys, we're gonna go.
Did you guys enjoy? Love you, Nivers. Thank you so much.
Bye.